Hey Trixie, feeling tired? Huh?
Disturb ako no, I'm sleeping. Disturb ko. Disturb ko na ako.
Woke up Trixie. And then there's JB.
Sometimes na-dream pa si JB.
So they had their duty last night. They're getting their rest this morning. Where's Berna? So the garden's doing well. Had so much rain here. It's really speed up the growth of all the plants that we've recently planted. Driveway is really looking like it needs a deep cleansing. This is from all the rain just accumulating on top of each other. The weather here has been really yucky. It's almost like every other day it would rain. So we're gonna do something productive. We got this fruit tree. Not sure exactly what this is. I think it's somewhat similar to a small grapefruit. It's low hanging. It's always hitting me on my head when I come down the stairs. And I'm not sure if we've actually harvested any of them to eat it. So I may have to trim that down a bit. So I'm going to go to the garage and see what we can do. So, welcome to my garage. Got a lot of stuff inside here. Never get the chance to do some woodworking. I take that time, especially now there's not much else to do. So, got some of my tools here. Yeah, this is something that my dad and I used to love to do. Woodworking. That's something that we used as our time together. Unfortunately, he's at the age now where he can no longer participate in some of those things, but sometimes I'll bring him over here just to talk about things that we used to do and just remind him. He still gets a kick out of that. So let me adjust the camera. So I think what I'm gonna do is maybe, because I recently adjusted one of my guitars which needed some adjustment on the action. It was too high, so maybe I'll do the same thing today. I'll try to adjust the height of the strings so that it's not so hard to play. And so let me go get that. So here's the guitar I'm going to try to work on. It's an older guitar. Well, when I say older, maybe within the last 10 years or so. It's a American-made guitar by Guild. There it is. It's a dreadnaught size guitar. The top, the back, and the sides are all made of solid mahogany wood. And it's got the vintage look to it. Really a nice guitar. It's got the vintage look tuners. It's a US made guitar. I don't know if you can see that there. Let me put this down for a second here. Alright. There are not too many appointments on this guitar. No bindings or anything like that on the neck or the body. Simple body guitar. But what I liked about it is the bass response. Really well made guitar, I think. And there's the back. Satin finish. There's a scratch there, unfortunately. yeah, so rosewood fingerboard, rosewood bridge, bone, saddle, and nut. I think these are bone pins too. It's an X-braced guitar, scalloped on the bracing, and yeah, so what I'm going to try to do is lower the action here. So right now it's very high, so it makes it difficult, especially when you're barring the chords that you're playing. It makes it difficult to play. The open chords here in the first 3 or 5 frets are okay, but when you start playing with bar chords, not easy. So yeah, so I think what I'm going to do, since the height of this bone saddle is quite high, I'm going to try to shave that down. The string action, now there's the, trying to look down on the neck, which may need a little bit of relief actually. It's just straight. So right now the action on the 12th fret is a bit high. I want to lower that down. See where this has the 6th string, maybe right around there, just the low end of this gauge for the 6th string. And then same thing with the first string here, the high E, maybe get it down to about there. Let's take a measure of, we want to measure from the top of the fret to the bottom of this string. We're right about 4.5 to 5 millimeters. So we need to get it down maybe a couple of millimeters. So not much. 2.5 millimeters is what we're going to aim for. And then over here, we're at about 4. I'm going to get it down to maybe just a millimeter, 2.5. All right. So I know a little bit about playing guitar, but as far as adjusting a guitar, to be honest, I'm just, learning. Still trying to find my way around this. So I want to take off maybe 2 millimeters. We'll go with that. 2 millimeters off of this. If we need to, we can always sand off some more. So we'll go with 2 millimeters from here. All right. So what I'm going to do first is maybe let's just mark. I'm going to just mark where we're currently at here. Alright, let's loosen these strings. So I don't think we need to take it off. Just loosen it enough to where we can take the pins off. These aside. So that's there. I want to clean the fretboard too. There's enough time. Let's see if we can push these pins out from underneath so we can remove the saddle. There's the first one. And just wiggle, 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 and there's your saddle. So this one doesn't have a pickup, a piezo pickup, so no need to worry about that. Doesn't look like there's any lifting going on. One of the things I was worried about. Still looks good. There we go. There's the 2 markings, the original at the line above, and then the bottom line is where we want to shave to. Just right about where that line is right here. So let's see how it fits. Ooh, that's getting really low. I don't think I want to go too much further down. I'll try that. Put back the first and the sixth string. Alright, let's take a measure of where we are now. Going back to the 12th fret on the 6th string, which is this measure, we are right low end of the measurement there, which is where I wanted to be on the 6th string. Now on the high E, could probably go a little lower maybe, but then we risk this string touching the 1st fret. I don't think I want to go any lower than where we are. I'm going to stick with that for now. I could actually add some relief to this later if it's too low here, but we'll see how this works. What we're going to do now, before we put the rest of the strings, is condition the fretboard, maybe clean up the frets here, and also condition the bridge as well, a little bit, not too much, on the body itself. Just take a clean rag here, or clean tissue. Just get some water on there, use a little bit of detergent. Just clean off a little bit of what we can on the fretboard. It's not too bad. After a while, you don't condition the fretboard, especially here in the Philippines where it's so hot and dry at times, humid at times, so there's a lot of change in weather conditions here. You do have to condition the fretboard, guitar itself also. Just hopefully avoid it from cracking over time. And just here, I'm just trying to clean off some of the smudge, grime. Just use this to scrub using a fine wool. This will do the trick for just removing some of that dirt off of the frets. And this metal piece just protects the fretboard from being all scratched up when I'm scrubbing through this. Does a pretty good job. Doesn't have to put anything on there, any solvent or anything like that. Just scrub off the dirt, cleans it pretty good, gets it nice and shiny, and it makes it smoother to play on. Alright, the frets still look good, not too many dimples. Okay, so let's condition this. I use lemon oil just to condition the fretboard, bridge, a little bit of the body. I may not do the body. So I'll just put a dab between my fingers. That's really too much. And then I just start working that into the wood. And then we'll wipe off any excess left. Just let the oil soak into the wood. This is made of solid wood, not like ply. Solid wood will move as the humidity changes and water or moisture accumulates and gets inside the wood pores. Just a drop of oil on the sprockets. Decided to go with new strings. I'm going to use earthwood, phosphor bronze, medium light. It goes from gauge 54 the string to the gauge 12, 54 and 12. So this is 54 gauge. I'll go ahead and put this in here. So I string it. There's probably other ways to do it. And then find a hole, pull it through there. I go right to the next post, and then I slide it back, and then I wrap this under, going towards the center of the head. Wrap it. This one's always hard to round, and then go under and over like that, and then I just tighten it. Strings are still stretching. Now that it's lower action, good. Sounds good. Love it.